Hello, it's been a while since I've made a video. I'm Jenny. This will be on our Freedom Thinking YouTube channel, so I'm sure people who have been on our YouTube channel will know that I'm one half of Freedom Thinking. I just wanted to make a video about something that's been coming to mind a lot recently. And it's around this idea of wanting somebody else to learn about the three principles, wanting someone else in our life to see a facilitator or watch this video or read that book. And I'm sure anyone watching this will know they've had the experience of trying to kind of force this down someone else's throat, especially family members. And I think it's something that's been on my mind recently to talk about. And it's this understanding, this message is for us. It's for me, it's for you. Keep learning from it. Keep listening. Let the simplicity and the depth and the quiet of it guide you, move you. Let people be. Start to notice, where am I coming from when I'm with this person? Am I coming from urgency, an agenda, a need to change, fix, educate them? Am I coming from a quiet place of kind of reflection and openness, and I'd love to explore this more with you? And I think what you'll start to notice is that people get more and more receptive when we're coming from a place of openness and kind of, I'm just intrigued to share this with you, rather than that feeling that you want them to change or be different or learn something so that you feel all right. And I know I've spoken to this before, but it's something that's lots of people I've been having Zoom calls with recently have been bringing it up. If only my husband would learn about this. If only my wife would sit in on this Zoom call. And it's such a funny one because I understand that feeling. I understand, like, you find something within yourself and you just want other people to find it too within themselves. But it's like the more we push, I think the more resistance there is. And the more we just see this for ourselves and show up in life, it may be that little things drop in, but it's not from a place of kind of authority and I know something you don't. So I've found that incredibly helpful in my relationships. And it's funny because Dave will often say to me, yeah, but when you were talking to your mum or dad the other day about it, you started to come across. And I kind of looked at that and I was like, yeah, no, I get that feeling when I'm like, can you not just see this? This would make your life so much easier in whatever area. And he said, you end up sounding really teachy. And then I've noticed the same with him, with his close family. But then when I'm having a conversation with his family or he's having a conversation with my family, there doesn't seem to be that intensity. So it's been quite interesting kind of seeing that and noticing it. And more I'll become aware of it in the moment that, oh, wow, I'm starting to get really intense with this person. And I guess with family, it's because we love them so much. We want them to be happy, well, we want them to have a good life. But it's such a, I don't know, it's so sneaky. It's so sneaky. You end up finding yourself doing things in like, no, I'm doing this for the best of reasons and I'm coming from a good place. But that idea, this feeling is the guide. Like, we feel when we're in alignment, we feel when we're coming from a place of love, and then we feel when we're coming from like a judgment and it's just noticing that. Just notice it in yourself. And there's been times when I've noticed it midway through a conversation and I've said, stop, sorry, can we start again? Like, I've not been coming from a very good place. I've not been listening because I've already got my ideas and my agenda of what I want you to hear and what I want to say back. And it feels like it's the basic stuff that I kind of started learning about in 2005. But as I say, it's sneaky, especially with family. But it's been so interesting being a mum. I've had, 2 years, 4 months now of being a mum to Lucia. And I feel like I can just be so present and listen so deeply and not have any judgment. And she's learning about boundaries. She's learning about her own ideas. She's learning of her will. And she can get incredibly frustrated. She can get really annoyed with me if I'm not quite doing something how she thinks I should be doing it. And I don't know, I just allow her. I set my boundaries. I'm teaching her manners. I'm teaching all those kind of things, but there's no judgment. There's no you should be doing different or you should be doing better. You should be able to show up better. You shouldn't be having a tantrum, or there's just the total kind of acceptance and understanding there. And then I was having a conversation with someone about this. He said, what age was it that my children got to where I stopped having that love and acceptance for them? And I started thinking, you should be doing better. And she said, I've been learning about these principles for a few years and seeing that in any moment, given how someone is thinking, that's how they show up. And if it's not visible to them, they get lost in whatever it is. They cannot be any better until they have a shift, a new thought, an insight. But we somehow get really, really judgmental. And I think I've loved having Lucia as my little teacher. And I've loved how much love can be shown in the face of someone being really unreasonable towards me. She can be incredibly unreasonable sometimes. The latest thing is my mum has baby bells and she's decided she wants them, but she doesn't want to eat them, she just wants to hold them. And then she wants to turn the wrapper into a tiny baby bell. And sometimes I make it into a tiny baby bell and it's right, and sometimes it's wrong. I've got no idea really the difference. It's something to do with how I've used sellotape. And sometimes she can just tell me that it's not right. Can I do it better? Other times she is furious and she chucks it. But there's so much love and kind of understanding and humor around it. I think, God, if an adult did that to me, I'd probably react. So I've just really, really enjoyed learning from her about that. Sorry, I just had to stop for a coughing fit moment. Yeah, so it's almost like an invitation to people. Start to notice, start to see, start to feel into this. If there's somebody in your life who you would love to learn about this, stop. Look within yourself. What else can you learn? What else can you see? How deeply can you listen? How much time can you spend with somebody else who is struggling in a place of love? Can I be around someone in a foul mood and keep my buoyancy and my good feeling and my love? Like, start to notice, start to recognize that this is for us. This is for us. And start to see how naturally people go in and out of different feeling experiences, and they don't need us to try and fix them or make them feel better. And when we don't come from that place, it's not that we're not loving, it's not that we might hug someone, it's like, but it's different because you're seeing the truth of this message of the total wholeness and perfection of each being, this one being showing up in all these different ways. Like, you see the perfection in us. And I think it's so easy to get justified in trying to change another person, but that feeling is the guide of like, I'm way off track. That's not about them, it's about me. It's not about them, it's about me. So it's just an invitation. Notice, see. It's not judgment on ourselves. Like, I sometimes feel how could you learn about something so incredible that changed your life so much and then sometimes show up in ways where you're like, have you forgotten everything, but just being all right with that. That's just being here. That's just being alive. That's just being human. Yeah, so that's just my observations on a windy, chilly Saturday. I think it's Saturday. It's the last Saturday of August. Just watching pigeons. Lucia likes to think that they're kissing. She sees them out there and talks to me about them kissing. And I'll be trying to get her to repeat a word that she can say, which I think is hilarious. And she'll be like, look at these pigeons. Look at the leaves moving. So present. Totally not interested in impressing me with her wonderful vocabulary. Yes, that's my not ranting, observations for today. Thank you for listening, if you've actually managed to make it to the end. And hopefully Dave will be making some videos this week too. So sending everyone loads of love, and please do get in touch if you have any questions or comments or anything. Please get in touch. Take care.